What's up, guys? This is Manafest. Welcome to the I'm a Fighter podcast. This is episode number 5.
It's too late, it's my fate, I can't turn around. There's no fear in the mirror to hold me down.
Welcome back. It is good to be here hanging out. It is that time of the year again, and it actually is normally every 6 to 8 months. What am I talking about? I'm talking about it's time for a dentist appointment. Later today, I'm going to be making that phone call to schedule my dentist appointment. I normally go every 6 to 8 months, but I've been kind of slacking since I moved to California. I'm all about, trying to keep on the schedule, and I used to just go. I guess my mom ingrained it into me. We would always just go to the dentist, and I'm sure you've got your crazy horror stories of going to the dentist. Mine would probably be when I had a root canal. It ended up getting infected months later. I can't remember how it happened. I think I had a cold or something like that, and somehow it got infected, and I had to get it re-drilled, and it was brutal. And I ended up having to go to this specialist to get it fixed, and it was just super painful. But ever since I've been flossing more, and I'm like a flossing addict. I don't care how tired I am. If we get back to the hotel 3-4 in the morning, I will floss my teeth. The rare night I will not floss. Sometimes we'll sleep through the night when we're driving through the night, and that's crazy. But always just try and keep that flossing, man. One dentist said to me, he's like, "Yeah, Chris, don't worry about it, man. Just floss the teeth you want to keep, okay, buddy? So take care of that, eh?" And so since then, I've always wanted to do that. So, hey, scheduling my cleaning. And if you haven't done that yet this year, hey, put that on your list and make it happen. Healthy teeth and healthy, I don't know how to finish that sentence. Okay, in this episode, I am super excited to talk to you guys about, it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. And that goes with teeth brushing and flossing as well, too. Whether you didn't start out too good, but you didn't finish good. But hey, some of you guys know my story. I didn't start out too good. I lost my dad to suicide when I was 5 years old, gained a lot of weight as a kid, was bullied, super introverted, had fear. They'd call me shy, they'd call me timid, a bunch of things I didn't like, that I didn't want to be. Looked like life for Chris Greenwood, this chubby little fat kid from the suburbs, wasn't going to turn out too good. But then God, came into my life and turned me around. And that's almost my answer for everything for 2014. It's this is going on, this is going on. But you know what? God, and He loves me, and He's got a plan for my life. And it's not about how we start, but how we finish. Because a lot of us get on the road to success, and we make plans, we set goals, and we start out really great. But then somewhere along the way, we get distracted, and we fall off, and we don't finish. And so as much as it's important to start, it's also important to finish. And I think about my past and my life and the decisions I made. And, skateboarding was a huge turning point in my life, huge. It just kept me out of a dark place, man. For my whole life, I was this round peg trying to fit into a square hole. But when I started to skateboard, it's like I found my identity. I found friends I could hang out with. But at first, I wasn't good, man. I sucked. I was the worst. And, I even got the nickname Speedy because I skated so slow, not because I was fast. So if you ever hear someone call me Speedy, that's my old school nickname that they had for me back in the day. And, I wanted to be good though, man, because I liked it. I was just like a little skate nerd, man. That's all I would do. And even though I wasn't the best out of all my friends, I kept at it. I kept practicing. I would skate every second I could. I remember in high school, there's just so many more skaters, and there's guys that I would just watch skate back and forth. And I remember my friend was like, "Dude, what are you doing? Stop staring at the guy. You're kind of being awkward." And I was just like, "Dude, I'm studying the way this guy's doing this 360 flip." It was just, he had so much style. It was a buddy of mine named Shane, and he was just awesome. He's an older dude. I don't even think he was at the high school, but he was just friends hanging out. And I was just like, man, I want to get there, man. I want to learn to land those tricks. We'd watch the skate videos, and I'd be like, you know what? I want to learn those tricks, and I want to get good. And it got to the point that I brought a snow shovel to school during the winter so I could shovel the parking lot of snow so I could skate. And I looked like a dork, and I was, a little embarrassed, but I didn't care, man, because I wanted to get good. And I remember I wiped off the curb and I was trying my tricks. And you know what? By the end of, the wintertime, when it came to summer, I was getting better, man. And I remember we did a trip downtown with my friends, skating, and some of the older guys. And, I did this trick down the set of stairs. My buddy, and some of the guys were just like, dang, dude, Speedy's getting good. And, again, it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. And I just realized that you can take that and apply it to anything. You don't have to be the best right away. You shouldn't expect to be. Everything takes work, originally, and I'm really learning that with surfing right now, that, I'm not that great right now, but I want to keep working at it. I want to keep getting better at it. And I want to share a story. When I was dating my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, we went to this church called Church Without Limits. And every Sunday, the pastor would speak, and we were encouraged. We were inspired. I would leave there just pumped up and just just lit right up and challenged to want to do better in my life, to do better in my walk with God, and just, in life in general. But you know what? Sometimes I wouldn't show up. Sometimes I would just skip and I wouldn't go to church, and I just, do my own thing. And our church used to always say, that you only went to half of church if you didn't attend the Bible study during the week. And that's because, there you get to ask the tough questions. You get to dig into the Word and see how it applies to your life and how it can impact you, and say, get into those tough questions and talk about life and get to know people. And again, I would skip that too. And it's not that I, didn't love God or I wasn't serious about it, but I wasn't, a fanatic. I wasn't I guess I wasn't really serious. And I remember the pastor said to me, he's like, Chris, I know you're young, you're figuring things out. Yeah, you might make mistakes and, you might fall into sin or something like that. But he's like, don't run away from God. Keep putting yourself in front of the truth, because what the devil wants to do and fear wants to do is, right when you do something wrong, to run away and to hide and to be alone. And just basically to steal the Word even more from your eyes and from your ears. But he's like, Chris, I don't care how you start, but I care how you finish. And keep showing up no matter what. It's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. And I don't know why, that just stuck with me. And this guy would just call me up on the phone all the time and invite me out and encourage me. And I was just like, man, either this guy is crazy or he really cares. And to be honest, it was at that Bible study at that time of my life that I needed it so much, and it really framed who I am, and it helped me through so much stuff, because I was still working my full-time job. I was going through some different stuff. I was just trying to figure out life. And by getting in front of the Word and hearing it and being surrounded by other like-minded people that wanted to encourage me, and they were after the same things too, I can't even begin to tell you, what an impact, that had on me. And I think about it when you're going through that tough time, and it's just like, yeah, Chris, it's not about how I start, but it's how I finish, but I'm still discouraged right now, and I'm still feeling down. Well, I want to encourage you with a word that says in Isaiah 40:31. It says, but those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. And that just inspires me so much. I'm going to say it again. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. Because sometimes we do feel weary. Sometimes we do feel like we're going to faint, that we can't push on, and what we've started we can't complete. And keep going. Keep going. I know you've got dreams in your heart right now. Those that you're listening to me, I know there's things that God has called you to, so get up and go again. And one of my heroes, Brendan Bouchard, says, don't let your dreams die in the daylight. Get out there and start that dream today. Get out there and take action. One of my favorite other quotes is, action fuels success. And so whatever it is for 2014 that you got going on, start out good, but then when you get into that crazy middle, when you feel like giving up, push forward and finish. If you guys haven't yet, I want you to definitely check out the Fighter book, whether it's the audiobook or the ebook. But if you go to audible.com, you can get the audiobook for free with a 30-day free trial membership at audible.com. So make sure you check that out. I just want to say thanks again, guys, too, for just listening to this podcast and taking, time out of your day to listen to me. And I really hope it has been encouraging. I hope it has been inspiring. I listen to a lot of podcasts constantly just to keep those encouraging voices in my ears and just kind of being like those mentors. And, maybe I'm not right there with you, but I am, you can listen to me, and I hope you do find it, inspirational and can take something from what you're hearing and get pumped up. And I'm going to keep saying at the end of every episode, no matter where you're at, man, keep fighting. And remember, a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. So make that promise this year to never quit, to keep going. The song I want to end off with today is the Impossible Cubics remix featuring my buddy Trevor from 1000 Foot Fresh. Peace.
I feel shadows in my room. My friends find another bruise. I'ma end up on the news. I just don't know what to do. God, I'm calling you. Send an angel, send two. I wanna move, but I'm trapped in the outer room. I know you hear me clearly. I'm weary. Come and fill me with your power. Heal me. It seems impossible for me to let this go. Feel like an animal. I'm ready to lose control. Take everything you need. Take every part of me. Give me some room to breathe before I lose control. It seems impossible for me to let this go. Feel like an animal. Yeah, what seems impossible is not impossible. It seems impossible for me to let this go. Feel like an animal. Yeah, what seems impossible is not impossible. I gotta get away, gotta break away. I gotta find a way, gotta break the chains before I lose control. Before I lose control, it seems impossible. It's not impossible. It seems impossible. Crying and hiding this feeling, running and fighting for freedom. It seems impossible. It seems impossible for me to let this go. Feel like an animal. It seems impossible for me to let this go. Feel like an animal. I gotta get away, gotta break away. I gotta find a way, gotta break the chains before I lose control. Before I lose control, it seems impossible. It's not impossible. I gotta get away, gotta break